Please start, please. Please start, ma'am. Shruti. Please start.
Good afternoon to one and all. On behalf of the faculty and students of the MBA department of Maharaja Agrasen Institute of Technology, we are here to welcome you all to our national webinar, Financial Empowerment Through Wealth Creation, organized in collaboration with Association of Mutual Funds in India. Before initiating the webinar, let us pray and take blessings from the goddess of knowledge and wisdom, Ma Saraswati.
Maharaja Agrasen Institute of Technology was established in 1990 by Maharaja Agrasen Technical Education Society, promoted by a group of well-known industrialists, businessmen, professionals, and philanthropists with the aim to achieve and promote quality education in the field of technology and management. It has emerged to become one of the top technical institutes in India.
Was established in the year 2004 under GTS IP, committed to achieve excellence in management education and research, and also assesses the success program using the highest standards of quality. Such well-qualified, experienced, highly motivated faculty is engaged in providing quality education and preparing the students to take up challenging jobs. The department works with the mission to develop higher academic learning, known for its total commitment, excellence in management education, and with a holistic concern for the quality of life, environment, and society.
Our maid family has many diamonds and gems, and we are privileged to have them with us here today. Dr. Nand Kishore Garg sir, the founder and chief advisor of Maharaja Agrasen Technical Education Society and chancellor of Maharaja Agrasen University. Dr. Garg is a well-known reader and an orator who earned his degree in chemistry and law from University of Delhi. He was awarded with the Honorary Director of Literature by Gurukul Vishwavidyalaya. He has a long association in politics, wherein he was elected as a member of Legislative Assembly and represented Delhi Vidhan Sabha for 3 times. He was given Best Parliamentarian Award by the Delhi government. He has several awards to his credit, such as Sarvashreshta Sehkari Karyakarta Samman, Chaudhary Brahma Prakash Samriti Samman, Samuel Hahnemann Award, Agra Ratna, Vaish Ratna, Samaj Ratna, Haryana Ratna, to name a few. Dr. Garg has strong interest in various social and religious associations with a prime motive to serve the society. He is presently pioneering the field of technical and professional education from the last 21 years.
Now, we have a guiding light, Professor Dr. Neelam Sharma Ma'am, Director of Maharaja Agrasen Institute of Technology. She has completed her PhD in Electronics Engineering from UP Technical University, Lucknow. She has guided 5 PhDs and many dissertations and projects. Her areas of research include VLSI design and technology, nanotechnology, CAD, VHDL, and computer architecture. She has published 75 papers and 5 books and has completed many projects in collaboration with World Bank, AICTE, MHRD, and GGSIP. With her unmatched dedication and utmost ability, she has been the support to both faculty members as well as to the students.
I feel honored to introduce Professor Dr. Amit Gupta Sir, HOD of MBA Department, MATE. He is a motivating force, striving day in and day out, giving us guidance and enthusing us with zest to excel in all we do in our department of MBA. He has more than 18 years of teaching experience and 3 years of industry experience. He is also supervising 4 research scholars for PhD. He has published 60 research papers in reputed journals. His teaching interest revolves around the interest in subjects like decision science and operations management. He is also associated with several NGOs like Sparsh, Khushi, and Rhythm of Life, etc., for contributing in various social work.
Now, I would like to invite Professor M.K. Bhatt sir. He is our motivating force. He is a member of Academic Council, TGS IPU Delhi. He recognized director by Guru Gobind Singh Indraprasth University in 2011. He contributed more than 120 articles in the leading national and state dailies. Contributed as an expert in nearly 50 programs on socio-economic issues at All India Radio, Doordarshan, and INF TV, etc. Authored 4 books, presented research papers in leading central, state institutes of national repute like IM Kozhikode, Jamia Millia Islamia University, Lucknow University, Kurukshetra University, to name a few. He delivered lectures as chief guest in National Law University, Delhi. Served as chief coordinator at AICTE Sponsored Center for Entrepreneurship Development and APJ, Dwarka, Delhi. Worked as program director MBE at APJ School of Management. He has worked as principal at New Delhi Institute of Management Studies affiliated to GTS IPU Delhi. Worked as director of Maharaja Agrasen Institute of Management Studies, GTS IPU Delhi. Currently, he is working as a professor in our college. He did Pratham Varsh, guided 4 PhD scholars and 5 MPhil students. Worked as expert for syllabus formulation at NCERT. Provided consultancy, private firms. He has more than 30 years of teaching experience at graduate and postgraduate level. So, we would like to invite Professor Dr. M.K. Bhatt sir to deliver an inaugural speech. So, please.
It's nice to be with my students and guests right now. Wealth creation and wealth dissemination are the two focal points which everyone wants to ponder upon. Wealth creation. Wealth only earning is one part, but its proper utilization or escalation its level in itself conveys a lot. I'm very happy today that students have organized this program. I am really thankful to the coordinators. I'm thankful to the department, to our chairman, sir, to MHG, and all people who have organized this webinar. So the primary concern that needs to be addressed is how to utilize assets rather than keeping them waste. If you have assets, you are not putting them in logical manner, it is just waste of assets. Neither they are of any national importance, they don't come in the use of economy, nor they are usable for the individual's own pelf. Simple, we say that it is just a wastage of resources. Once we understand how to utilize our resources for our own benefit and for the benefit of economy, naturally we come to know about the various methods, like we have got mutual funds. They help in giving us consultation and other things. We have got stock exchange. We have got many avenues. But the primary concern is, are we going in the right direction or not? Because when we are in the race for wealth creation, it is obvious that we can take wrong steps too. For that, mutual funds is the best solution right now we have in the market, which gives us consultancy, charges for it, and at the same time, it helps us to grow our assets, to put our assets in the national stream. Now, there was a time when in our economy, maximum assets used to get waste for lack of banking system or for lack of mutual funds. Nowadays, a plethora of such institutions have cropped up in the market, which help us to utilize our assets in a proper manner. They give us consultancy, they charge for that consultancy, and at the same time, we come across things which if not utilized will lose their meaning. So as I was talking to you in terms of wealth, you have got wealth, you are not putting it in the investment stream of the country. What's the fun of that wealth? It's wastage of resource. On the contrary, if that very resource is utilized by a person for national development and vis-a-vis his own development, it is primarily, as we believe, as students of finance or economics, it's in the interest of the person that the things get done. Starting it from, Adam Smith, who had told that it is the interest of the butcher and the baker that we get our dinner. The same thing applies here. You are utilizing your money to escalate it. You are helping the society. The society gets on the higher side, and at the same time, the person's assets also increase. Now, I am not to speak much on this issue right now because we have experts to speak on this issue. But from my own side, I would like to say thanks to every student, every teacher, coordinators, department for coming out with a seminar which is of prominent importance for both the students and all those who will listen this. With these words, I say my good wish to the seminar.
Thank you so much, sir, for inaugurating our webinar. Now, we are here to start our webinar. Let me introduce to our speaker of the day, Mr. Suryakant Sharma, sir. He is a senior consultant in Association of Mutual Funds in India. He has over 55 years of experience in banking and finance and securities market, and has served in a leading financial institution in Department of Financial Services, Ministry of Finance, Government of India and in Securities Exchange Board of India. He is also Chartered Associate of Indian Institute of Banking and Finance. He was DGM in charge of Office of Investor Awareness and Education in SEBI's Northern Region. Now, I would like to hand over the mic to Sri Suryakant Sharma, sir. Sir, please take over the session.
Thank you, Tanisha. Thank you very much. Thank you to all the students who have joined here, faculty members who have joined, and other participants. I am thankful to Professor who has just spoken before me for giving direction to the discussions which we are going to have today. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
For giving a proper direction to the session, to the program. I am also thankful to Dr. Neeru Gupta for taking initiative in her institution for this program. But 2-3 things I wish to clarify before I start my session to students and all participants. Firstly, this program is from Association of Mutual Fund India. Dr. Neeru Gupta is aware of it. But it is not a marketing event or a promotional event of mutual fund. It is purely an investor awareness program. And Professor, there are 2 categories of investor I see. First category is investor like Dr. Neeru Gupta, who are already earning, like you and me as well. And second category of investors are like Tanisha, Shruti. They are not investors today, but they are potential investors. They are going to earn very soon, down the line in 1 or 2 years. So my focus would be on both the categories of investors. So my session will be common, first of all. Secondly, since this program is for the participants, I will request at least students kindly have a pen and pencil with them and one notebook. And if they find any new information or a new idea in my session, Shruti and Tanisha and all other young students, they can note it down and they can explore those things through Google and website. Professor, every information is now available on the website, very honestly speaking. Rather, we are flooded with the information. So my session will be just to encourage and motivate them to go deeper into the subject. Thirdly, since this program is for the participants, Dr. Neeru Gupta, I would be very happy if more and more questions come from the participants, because that will be a reflection that they have taken interest in the, of course, sometime they may feel that what for we are here, we are not still learning, why these people are lecturing us about the financial empowerment and all these things. But my dear young participants, you will appreciate that you are going to be investor very soon. So these things might equally be important to you as well. So kindly ask as many questions as you have. And 2 questions I will put before Dr. Neeru Gupta, basis of which I will take my session forward. If Dr. Neeru Gupta, can you keep your mic unmute? My 2 questions will be to you only. And these questions are very simple questions, but they will give a direction to my session. First question, Dr. Gupta, I am just asking you, what are the 2 main things or main purposes of money in our life? This is my first question. And second question, what are the 2 main sources of money in our life? I again repeat, what are the 2 main purposes of money in our life? And secondly, what are the 2 main sources of money in our life? And mostly I will focus on the middle class, salary class person, Professor, because we come from the debt fatality, and your students will at least initially might go, majority of them might go into some job or engagement. So these questions, if you just ponder over, then I will take it forward.
Yes, sir, of course. Thank you for giving me this opportunity first. Sir, what I think that money is needed today for the survival. If you want to survive, you need money.
Okay, very right, very right. Then what about the second one? Ma'am, please unmute yourself. Please unmute yourself. Dr. Sabjar.
Yeah. Am I?
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah.
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Now take it
Yeah.
forward. I got your answer. You are absolutely
Yeah.
right. My dear participants, money has two basic purposes in our life. First is money gives us security. And second, Dr. Niru Gupta, money gives us prosperity. Everything comes under it. A professor will agree with me. Broadly, money gives us two basic things. First is security and second is prosperity. Likewise, what are the two main sources of money for in our life? The first and main source is the money which we earn through income, through profession, through business. That is the main source. But the other source is equally important, which normally we don't talk about too much. And that source is that my money should earn money for me. That is at times, Professor, more important than what money we earn. Because we earn money, but money has got limitation to earning money. We have got limitation to earn money, but there is unlimited scope of my money earning money for me. Because there are plethora of options available for all of us, how my money can earn money for me. So I will first deal with the first topic, that is what money gives us. My dear participants, money gives us two basic things, security and prosperity. But Dr. Niru Gupta, money gives us security only when we have plenty of money. One day, Dr. Niru Gupta will have 100 crore in her bank account. Then she will feel secure. No, Baba, I have got 100 crore in my bank account. No problem at all. If anything happens to me, I will take care of the things if anything comes in between. Dr. Niru Gupta is smiling, and because she knows very well that people like you and me and service class people wouldn't be having, madam, that much of money in our life. Of course, we will aspire. Young students definitely should aspire, but very honestly speaking, we might not have that much of money in our life. But now the question arises, my dear friends, then how we can develop security in our life. And Professor, you might agree with me that security comes first. When human being thinks, they first think about the security. Prosperity gets second stage. Because when any basic thought comes in, we will think about the security of myself and of my family. And for security, I will requesting all the participants, kindly note it down. We should develop three things in our life at the early stage of our career when we start earning. Of course, Tanisha says, sir, अभी तो हमारा कोई income नहीं है हमारा, फिर भी आप हमें security की बात कर रहे हैं, prosperity की बात कर रहे हैं. My dear young students, as I just mentioned, you are going to earn very soon. That is why what I am telling now is equally important to you as well. The first thing is for security. And now next 5 minutes, 6 minutes, I will talk only about the security. Forget about the prosperity aspect, we will discuss afterwards. First thing is, Tanisha, every earning person must have adequate life insurance cover. Must have adequate life insurance cover. I am emphatically said Dr. Niru Gupta these words. Because we do take life insurance cover, Professor, but normally it is token life, at least over times, it was a token life insurance cover, 5 lakh, 10 lakh was the rather maximum at that time. But that was grossly inadequate. Because why we take life insurance cover? First, we should understand, Tanisha. We take life insurance cover because life is pretty uncertain. Everything is going well today with me. I am earning, my family is enjoying, everything going well. But back of mind, I have a fear. And even my family members have a fear. More so, Professor, when I am the single earner in the family. That if something happens to me tomorrow, what will happen to my family? How they will have their monthly expenses taken care of? How the education of the children will be taken care of? How other family obligations will be taken care of? These are things which always remain in our mind, particularly most of middle class, salary class person. That is why to overcome that fear and rather to take care of those fears, we should take adequate life insurance cover that in case something happens to me, at least my family will get a reasonable or rather handsome amount, which they can deposit or invest somewhere, get some regular income, not only regular income, but also it will be taken care of by the education of the children and other family obligation. That is why I am emphasizing here, Dr. Niru Gupta, that it should be adequate. Life insurance cover should be adequate. And Professor, in our times, there were investing insurance products were available. There was money back and endowment. Very honestly, despite our wish, we would not have been able to take adequate life insurance cover because the premium of that was very, very high. But Tanisha and Shruti, for you are lucky that nowadays a very genuine and real insurance product is available in the market, which was not available in my time at least. That product name is term insurance, TERM, term insurance. It is a pure insurance product and it is not related to investing, very honestly speaking. And Professor, you may or may not agree with me. Insurance and investment are totally two different things. People get it mixed, but it should not be. Insurance is has got a different purpose, and investment has got a different purpose. So we should keep it distinct and separate. So for insurance, term insurance, Niru ma'am, is a very good product available in the market where we can have adequate life insurance cover by paying a small amount or a nominal amount on monthly basis. If the person of the age of 25 to 30 years, Niru ma'am, he can take a life insurance cover of 1 crore rupees by paying a monthly premium of hardly 500 or 600 or 700 rupees, which anybody can afford, Tanisha. But in my case, Professor, it was impossible to even think of getting a 1 crore life insurance cover because premium would have been run into more than 50, 60, 70,000 per month. So kindly take term insurance. It is not my advice. As a product, I am just sharing with you. It is your wisdom only. And it should be adequate. Then what is the definition of adequacy here, Tanisha? Definition is very simple. Life insurance cover should be minimum, Sukhvinder Singh sir, minimum 10 times of your annual income. Minimum, I am telling you. If you are earning, Tanisha, after joining some corporate, if you are earning 20 lakhs a package initially, then ideally speaking, you should have life insurance cover of not less than 2 crore rupees. And that is now possible because 2 crore is going to serve the purpose for which life insurance cover is taken. So kindly understand it. It has to be adequate. And of course, income tax reduction is also allowed for your premium, but that is an incidental benefit only. Some people take life insurance cover only for availing income tax reduction. That is not fair, at least what I feel. Income tax reduction is an incidental benefit you must avail, but the purpose of life insurance cover, my dear young participants, are much, much bigger than your incidental benefit. So first request, kindly take adequate life insurance cover at the beginning of your career. And nowadays, top-up facility is also available. A lot of things have come in, Professor, nowadays, which were not available in our times. Now, top-up facility is also available. You can initially take life insurance cover of 1 crore, but down the line, after 5 years, you feel that now it is inadequate now because your income has increased. Then you can top it up by another 1 crore or more than that. So that facility, and third facility now available is, if you can afford, you can pay a life insurance cover premium for next 10, 12 or 15 years. Of course, it will be bigger one. But once you pay for 15 years, you will be covered for next 70 years. So that facility is also now available. A lot of flexibility has come in the insurance product as well. So kindly study the product, give your time, and then take your decision. But take life insurance cover when you start earning. At least in the first year, you should take. This is the first request I want to make. Second request to all of you is, kindly take adequate health insurance cover. And still I am on security only, sir. I am not gone beyond security. Second request, Mr. Sukhvinder Singh, to all of you is, kindly take adequate health insurance cover. I don't know what your institutions, those who are working here, what their institutions are giving you, but normally, Professor, it is grossly inadequate. Normally, minimum medical facility institution do give, but normally it is not up to mark. So kindly take independent health insurance cover. Naturally, Tanisha, you will ask me, sir, why we should take life insurance cover? More particularly when I have taken a why I should take health insurance cover when I have taken a life insurance cover? Tanisha, the purpose of life insurance cover and health insurance cover is totally different and distinct. Kindly understand it. Both are different products. Life insurance cover we take to take care of any eventuality, my family will get some reasonable amount. And health insurance cover, Shruti, we take that in case of some medical emergency, I am required to be hospitalized because of some disease discovered or some accident, whatever it may be. Then where we will like to go, Shruti? We know it very well. Unfortunately, Professor, the government health system is not up to mark. We will be forced to go to the private hospitals. But there the proposition is very different. They charge exorbitantly. If a person is hospitalized for more than 10, 12, 15 days, they may reach a bill of more than 10 lakhs. From where that money will come? If you don't have health insurance cover, you will have to arrange it through personal loan or withdraw some investment, whatever it may be. That will be painful. So avoid that. We can have adequate health insurance cover. Health insurance cover, Tanisha, simply means that if I have got health insurance cover of particular amount, then if because of medical emergency or accident, I am required to be hospitalized, of course, that is unfortunate, but that might be a case. Then all my hospital expenses will be directly paid by the insurance company to the hospital. Of course, you have to read that riders, hidden riders very carefully before taking that insurance policy. This is the purpose of health insurance cover. And nowadays, a very good health insurance cover product is available in the market. That Tanisha's name is Floater Health Insurance Cover or Umbrella Health Insurance Cover. It is a very good health insurance product in the sense that if you take Shruti health insurance cover umbrella health insurance cover or floater health insurance cover, you have the leverage to include not only your husband or spouse when you are married, your kids even, and even your parents or in-laws. In that, so in one singular policy, all family members of the all family members are covered. If anything happens or any requirement happens of medical emergency, they can go to the hospital, get the best treatment, come home recovered without paying anything. This is the purpose of taking health insurance cover. And here again, some income tax deduction is allowed, but that is incidental benefit only. And again, health insurance premium is also related to your age. So kindly don't keep it deferred. Generally, Professor, what happens? We keep it deferring. अरे बाबा आज निकल ले लेंगे, परसों ले लेंगे. अभी तो हमें कुछ नहीं है. I am very okay. अभी तो I am very young. But लेकिन ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए. ये बीच-बीच में हिंदी में बात करूंगा. क्योंकि बेटा it is necessary that we should take adequate life. And here again, top of facility is available. What should be adequate health insurance cover? Shruti and Tanisha, we are in metro. We are in Delhi. And ideally, it should be minimum 25 to 30 lakhs for the whole family. But if you are in 2 tier, 3 tier city, it might even up to 15, 20 lakhs. That will do. So second request is kindly take adequate health insurance cover. Now the third and last thing for security. Tanisha, you might be aware this pandemic has taught us a lot. It has everything has changed, Professor. As far as after this pandemic, everything changed. We have got a lot of lessons from this pandemic era. But the most important lesson I feel personally we have taught is that every family must have an emergency fund of around 5 to 7 lakhs with them. Dr. Sukhvinder Singh, definitely you might ask me for what purpose we should have this emergency fund. Sir, you are very lucky. Your job continued in the institution. You continue to get salary during pandemic. But at the same time, Tanisha, you might be aware, a lot of your relations or some non-person had lost their job. Lot of people have got substantial reduction in their salaries and income. Businesses were closed for months together. Professions were closed for months. And we had not even envisaged such thing will happen in your life. So all of a sudden this happened. And here the pandemic has not yet gone. Shruti, you must be aware. every day newer and newer viruses coming, or some new disease may come in the future. So to take care of all that uncertainty, I will request all family members, all participants, they should have developed a emergency fund of around 5 to 7 lakhs. What for? That in case some financial stress come to I lose my job, or some reduction in my salary temporarily, at least I am able to manage my family affairs for next 1 year. For that purpose, I should develop an emergency fund of around 5 to 7 lakh. And I am not saying that you keep this emergency fund at home in a currency form. You put it in some FD form. At least you can withdraw at any time, and you will be getting some reasonable return on it. And 5 to 7 lakh is not a small amount, so kindly keep accumulating it. But once it is there, we have to make a promise with ourselves that we will never touch this emergency fund for any other purpose except emergency. That commitment or promise we have to make it. So these 3 things, I again repeat, Tanisha: adequate life insurance cover, adequate health insurance cover, and an emergency fund of around 1,000. प्रोफेसर आप सर माइट से अरे सर आपने क्या बच्चों को लिए अभी सिक्योरिटी की बातें कर दी, but sir I feel personally that security comes first, as I mentioned in the early. So first develop your security, then definitely you embark on the journey of your investment and prosperity. So now we will talk about the prosperity aspect of the money, and for that Shruti, I don't know whether Niru ma'am is there. At Niru ma'am, I had asked you, what is the main source of income for the most middle class, salary class person? We all know it is your salary. It is your monthly or regular income which we have. And what we do with the salary or income, Niru ma'am? Most of our salary goes into taking care of our monthly expenses, majority of it. But still, Professor sir, we Indians have got a typical unique DNA. And what is that? I don't know whether Tanisha and Shruti at least might not be aware, but that is very unique to Indians. And it has been proven in 2008 crisis also as well. And what is the uniqueness, my dear participants? We Indians sincerely try to take away some money out of our income, which we don't spend. We all try. Even a person who is earning 10,000 rupees, Niru ma'am, will sincerely try to take away 500 or 700 rupees. Of course, very tough, but he or she will definitely try. So the money which we don't spend out of our income, Shruti, we generally call it savings. बचत, इसे हम बचत कहते हैं, इसे savings कहते हैं. And we are all savers. जो भी लोग आदमी पैसा कमा रहा है, सब सेव करने की कोशिश करते हैं, और सेव करते भी थोड़ा बहुत, वो अलग बात है, depending upon your income. So we are all savers. And what we do with the savings? There are 2 options, Shruti. You must understand that. One option is, which a fool like me will only do, that is, I am saving every month, but what nonsensely I am doing, I am withdrawing the money from my bank account. If I am getting my salary there, and putting at home every month. Religiously, I am doing it. Or just leaving that money in my SB account. My dear friends, I know you are all intelligent persons. When you start earning, you will not do it, and rather you must not do it. Why? Because saving and putting money at your home or leaving in your bank account is going to serve no purpose at all. Better you don't save then. Then naturally you will ask me what to do, sir. Then my suggestion to you all would be, number 1, you note it down. Put your savings into acquisition of some assets, value of which will increase in future. Put your savings into acquisition or purchase of some assets, value of which will increase in future. And number 2, put your savings into some financial instrument which will give us regular and periodical return in future. And the process of putting our savings into this process, into acquisition of assets or in some financial instrument, Shruti, you are an MBA student, you might be knowing, it is called investment. It is called investment. So saving is the first step and investment is the second step. Naturally, Tanisha, you might ask a question, sir, हम बचत करें क्यों? Why we should save? And why we should invest? This is a very valid question. The first we should come in our mind, because we know it very well, my dear participants, that our future income might not commensurate with our future requirement of money. Had it been the case, then we would have not gone for saving and investment. But in most of the cases, we perceive at this stage that our future income might not be commensurate with our requirements. That is why today we save and sacrifice a lot of our things. So saving is the first step and investment is the second step. We are all savers, and consequently, most of us are all investors. We are putting our money one or other form. We are all savers, Tanisha, but two very basic things I wish to request you to young participants like Shruti and Tanisha, kindly try to understand it. Very simple things. You may laugh at me, sir, aap kya choti-choti baatein hame bata rahe hain. But I feel these are important things. Firstly, we do save, but we are casual about saving. This month I might save 10,000, next month might be 8,000, a third month it might be 15,000, fourth month it might be even 0. But my request is very simple to all of you, because you are going to start your journey very soon. Kindly identify an amount of saving which you can comfortably do every month. And Tanisha, I am leaving it to you. I am not prescribing anything. Do 20%, 30%, 40% saving. No. What I am saving is kindly identify amount of saving and then religiously save that amount. That is most important thing. Suppose you say that my income is 50,000 and my expenses are around 40,000 monthly expenses. Then what you are indirectly saying to me is that you can save 10,000. Then my request is very simple but emphatic, my dear participants. Kindly save this 10,000 religiously, come what may, every month. Of course, Niru ma'am, it will be difficult. It will be tough and difficult, but it is not impossible. Kindly minded. It will of course be tough, but it is not impossible. But my dear friends, to get something, we have to sacrifice. We have to put ourselves under some discipline, and we have to develop some habit. So then you must save that amount religiously, come what may. This is first request I want to make. Second is, kindly keep increasing your saving minimum by 10% every year. And again, it is possible, my dear friends, because your income will keep increasing. If you are in service, we will get increment, we will get DA, we will get other. If you are a business or even profession, your income will definitely keep increasing. So with the increase in income, we must increase our savings as well, minimum by 10%. So Shruti, suppose this year you are saving 10,000, then next year it should be minimum 11,000 a month. And third year it should be 12,100. It should be like this only. Again, I tell you, tough but not impossible. Okay, then we will do it about saving. These two basic things I wanted to share with all of you. It might be of use to you. We are saving then, and we are investors. We save our money and then we invest. But unfortunately, I don't know whether Professor Sir will agree with me or not, but unfortunately, most of the middle class, salary class persons, Shruti, even you might have seen your parents as well. Most of us, despite our sincere efforts in saving and investment, just remain money accumulators in our life. We don't become wealth creators. And there is basic difference between money accumulation and wealth creation. And we have to understand it very, very clearly, because that is going to give way for you to prosperity. Most of us remain money accumulators. It is a fact of our life, particularly middle class, salary class person. When we talk about wealth creation, normally what we say, अरे बाबा ये हमारा काम नहीं है, ये तो बिजनेसमैनों का काम है, ये तो इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट का काम है, अब तो नौकरी पेशा लोग हैं, ये हमारा काम नहीं है वेल्थ क्रिएट करना. नहीं, you are wrong. Your thinking is wrong. You have to change it. मुझे पता है नीरू मैम को चेंज करने में बहुत मुश्किल आएगी, लेकिन नए बच्चों को मैं जरूर कह सकता हूँ, अपनी थिंकिंग ये बनाइए ही मत. You have to be wealth creators, my dear participants. You have to be wealth creators, because prosperity will come only through wealth creation, never through money accumulation. तो पहले हम समझ लेते हैं मनी accumulation क्या है और wealth creation क्या है, फिर हम बात आगे बढ़ाएंगे. और उसके लिए मैं आगे दोबारा नीरू मैम का ही नाम लूंगा, because she's a participant earning. So it might be more appropriate to take her name. Niru ma'am, kindly permit me to take your name.
Sir, there is some technical issue. Sir, please continue, sir. There's some
Okay.
technical issue. Okay.
No problem. Niru ma'am has got 1 lakh rupees with her Shruti, and she goes for a bank FD. This example I am taking of bank FD only because bank FD everybody knows. Even you people are aware. You are not still learning, but you people are aware what bank FD. Bank FD is simply depositing a particular amount with a bank for a certain period. So Niru ma'am goes for a bank FD for 1 year. And the present rate of interest, we all know Shruti is around 6%. And she goes with a good bank. After 1 year, when I met Dr. Niru Gupta and just asked her, ma'am, what happened to her FD? Niru ma'am is smiling, she is happy. She says that she has earned 6,000 rupees as bank interest income. That is also an investment. And she is happy. She is happy, sir. In excitement, she says that I have earned 6,000 rupees as bank interest income. When I ask her, ma'am, are you right? Definitely, Niru ma'am might get annoyed. Yes, sir. What is wrong with you asking this question? I am absolutely right. You can see my passbook. I have entry of credit of 6,000 rupees. Plus, my money has been given back to me. Niru ma'am, you are right, but you are not right. You are right. You got 6,000 credit as bank interest income. But you simply ignore two very important factors while analyzing return on your investment. And Shruti and Tanisha, you must understand what these factors are, because these factors are going to change your thinking about investment and return. The first factor is inflation, mehengai. And we talk about, Professor sir, we talk about inflation day in, day out, every day, even at home, even in office, in your college, campus. We talk about अरे बाबा कीमतें बहुत बढ़ रही है, आज इसका दाम बढ़ गया, कल उसका दाम बढ़ गया. So we talk about inflation too much, but we don't take inflation into account while analyzing return or investment. And Tanisha, simply speaking, what is inflation? Tell me. Can you tell me what is inflation? Simply speaking, inflation is nothing but increase in the prices of goods, item or services over a period of time. Am I right, sir? Very simple thing. Increase in the prices of goods, item or services over a period of time. Suppose the period when Niru ma'am had got 1 lakh FD, the inflation rate was 5%. Now you see, last year when she was going for bank FD and she had 1 lakh rupees, instead of going for bank FD, had he taken some items, some goods or availed some services? After 1 year, Tanisha, do tell me, would Niru ma'am be able to take same item, same goods, same services at 1 lakh rupees? Would it be possible? No. Tanisha is also agreeing with me. No, it will not be possible. Because of inflation, prices of those items or services have increased. And suppose the inflation rate has been 5% during this particular 1 year. What does it mean? It simply means that Niru ma'am, after 1 year, for the same goods, item or services, will need to spend 1,05,000 rupees instead of 1 lakh rupees. Am I right? So now you see the proposition, sir. You have agreed with me. Now you see the proposition. Out of 6,000 Niru ma'am earned, 5,000 has been eaten by the inflation. Am I right? Tanisha, got it? Out of 6,000, 5,000 has been eaten by the inflation. But still Niru ma'am is happy. She says that still I've got 1,000 rupees, which no ma'am. There is other factor which we normally take into account. That is taxability of income on return. Most of the income and return are taxable. And as per extant rule, income tax rules, whatever you earn on FD, you have to pay income tax as per your slab. You might not be aware, Niru ma'am, because normally we think that 10,000 rupees exemption is there, but no, it is only for the saving bank account. It is not for FD. Kindly minded. So whatever we earn as FD interest, we have to pay income tax as per our slab. And suppose Niru ma'am, you are in 20% bracket. What does it mean? That you will need to pay 1,200 rupees as income tax also on earning of 6,000 rupees. And Professor sir, in our times at least we didn't bother such thing. अरे बाबा छोड़ो ना, कौन इनकम टैक्स वाला मेरे घर पे लेने आएगा पैसे. लेकिन now the things have changed, Tanisha. Every such information is automatically available with the Income Tax Department, Government of India, because of technology. So now you can't avoid. If Niru ma'am plays smartly and don't include in their income tax return, ma'am, there is a possibility of getting you a notice from Income Tax Department. So we have to pay income tax as well. Now you see the proposition. Niru ma'am was very happy when she earned 6,000 rupees as bank interest. But in reality, Tanisha, out of 6,000, 5,000 has been eaten by the inflation, and she has to pay 1,200 rupees as income tax. The total outgo becomes 6,200 rupees. Did she get anything in reality? No, rather 200 rupees has gone out of her pocket. And if our investment are like this only, then we are sheer money accumulators. We do earn money, but that was a notional return only. I take this example forward, Tanisha. Suppose the interest rate is 8%. Then in that scenario, she will get 8,000 as bank interest income. Again, keeping inflation 5% out of 8,000, 5,000 will be eaten by the inflation. Remaining 3,000, she will need to pay 20% income tax on 8,000, that is 1,600. But even after that, Tanisha, there remains 1,400. And that 1,400, Niru ma'am, is your real return. The crux of the matter here is that you must earn some real return on your investment. And if you don't earn any real return, that the purpose of saving and investment, with due respect to Professor, I will say that we have got nothing. So there has to be real return on our investment, because only real return is going to create wealth for you, my dear. Otherwise, you will be money accumulators. So you must understand the formula of real return. It is very simple. Tanisha, you may even note it down. Real return equal to notional return, that is 6,000 or 8,000, minus inflation, that is 5,000, minus tax liability, if any, that is 1,200 or 1,600. In the first scenario, there was no real return. In the second scenario, there was some return. So we must see that all our investment get some real return, maybe 1%, maybe 2%, maybe 20%. That's a different story. But Tanisha, our all investment must earn some real return. Now the question arises, and next question is very important, Neeru Gupta ma'am. And that question is, why most of us are money accumulators? Sir, Professor, sir, it is a very valid question. Why most of the middle class, salary class person are sheer money accumulators? Why? Well, we are all talented, we are all educated. Then why it is so that most of us just remain money accumulators? Neeru ma'am, yes, there is a region, and that region lies not somewhere else, ma'am, but that region lies in our mind. We have read different mind, middle class, salary class person have got a different mindset. And what is that, Neeru ma'am? अरे बाबा, हमें रिस्क नहीं लेना है. We don't want to take any risk. जहां भी रिस्क का बात आता है, तनीषा, आपके पापा मम्मी कहते होंगे भाई रिस्क की बात मत करो. नहीं, we don't want any risk. This is general thinking और most of the middle class, salary class person. लेकिन तुम्हें बदलना चाहिए, इसलिए तुम्हारे साथ मैं आज बात कर रहा हूँ. हम बदल नहीं सकते, हम तो हमारी जिंदगी गुजर गई. नीरू मैम जरूर थोड़ा बदल सकती हैं. 100% ये बात बदलनी चाहिए. बिकॉज एक बात बहुत अच्छी तरह आपको समझ लेनी चाहिए तनीषा मैम, इन्वेस्टमेंट में रिस्क है. डिग्री ऑफ रिस्क, प्रोफेसर सर, माइट वेरी फ्रॉम प्रोडक्ट टू प्रोडक्ट, but there is risk in the investment, except some governmental small saving scheme we will discuss after. That is few and far only. But except governmental saving schemes, Tanisha, risk is there in the investment. So first we should accept, particularly Tanisha and Shruti and all your students, you must accept, understand and accept there is a risk in element in the investment. First you accept, then naturally the second question will in your mind would be, okay sir, if you say, okay, we understand that risk is there, then the next question will be, and that is very natural, Niru ma'am, how we can manage our risk and how can minimize our risk. Naturally, हर आदमी फिर ये चाहेगा कि अगर रिस्क है तो इसको मैं कैसे कम करूं, इसको मैं कैसे मैनेज करूं. ये तो बड़ा नेचुरल बात है ना, हम यही चाहेंगे फिर. यस माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, रिस्क है लेकिन रिस्क को हम मैनेज कर सकते हैं. तनीषा और श्रुति 100% मैनेज कर सकती हैं. और उस रिस्क मैनेजमेंट के लिए बड़ा सिंपल फार्मूला, वेरी सिंपल 2-word फार्मूला आई एम शेयरिंग विद टू बोथ ऑफ ऑल यंग स्टूडेंट्स. काइंडली नोट इट डाउन दैट फार्मूला. वेरी सिंपल फार्मूला. आपको हंसी भी आएगी, प्रोफेसर साहब शायद मेरे पे हंसेंगे भी कि आप बच्चों को आप ये क्या छोटी छोटी बातें बता रहे हैं. That formula is going to take care of your risk. That formula will manage your risk. That formula might minimize your risk. और फार्मूला बड़ा सिंपल है. श्रुति तुम लिख लो चाहो तो. पहले मैं हिंदी में बोलूंगा फिर अंग्रेजी में तर्जुमा करूंगा. सोच कर समझ कर निवेश कर. मैंने 2 बातें बोली है सिर्फ तनीषा. थिंक, अंडरस्टैंड एंड इन्वेस्ट. नीरू में मैंने पहली बात बोली है सोच कर. थिंक, व्हाट वी हैव टू थिंक. तनीषा, वी हैव टू थिंक 2 things अबाउट आवरसेल्व्स. हमें अपने बारे में 2 बातें सोचनी है. पहली बात है तनीषा, और ये बहुत अच्छी तरह तुम्हारे लिए समझनी बात है, every individual has got different risk appetite. Every individual has got different one. And moreover, top of it, risk appetite of an individual, professor sir, is not an stagnant one. It keeps changing with the age. So kindly understand that every individual has got different risk appetite. And one thing comes out of it is, we should never follow others in our investment decision. Because very simply speaking, Niru ma'am, you have got a different risk appetite. Your colleague might have different risk appetite. Your relations might have different, because our income is different, our social structure is different, our family structure is different. Lot of everything is different. So every individual has got risk appetite, different risk appetite. And my dear Tanisha and Shruti, you should take your investment decision keeping your risk appetite in mind. And here I just mentioned that risk appetite is not a permanent one. And for that, to make you understand, I just share a very new idea to you. And that is of active life. Niru ma'am, active life simply means when we start earning and when we get retired. Normally, it is between 25 years to 60 years. Professor sir, we might go beyond 60 as well, or even some person start earning before 25. But normally it is 25 to 60. I am dividing this phase, this active life into 3 phases. First phase is between 25 to 40, which you are going to enter very soon, and Niru ma'am might be in the first phase. So first phase is between 25 to 40. Second phase is between 40 to 55. And third and last phase is beyond 55. In the first phase of life, Tanisha, normally people started earning money, getting some income, but they have limited or lesser liabilities. Even they are not married, or if married, children are not there. If children, they are very small. So relatively speaking, they have lesser liability. And Niru ma'am, I keep telling, particularly the participant of this age group, this is the golden period of your life. Tanisha, kindly understand, when you are going to enter very soon, this will be the golden period of your life. Kindly make best use of it. अब प्रोफेसर सर और मैं तो हम तो कुछ कर नहीं सकते, जो हमारा हो गया, लेकिन आपके साथ जो है, that is a golden period of your life.
Sir, a question. Life starts at 60 and I am below 60 as yet.
Sir, great of you. Definitely.
It starts at 60. I am in infant person right now.
Very right. You are absolutely right. You have to live life like this only.
It starts with 60. I
Thank
am
you,
not
sir.
at 60 as that.
Sir,
Okay.
I have started. I have started.
Continue.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you very
Okay,
much.
so just for
No, definitely.
light moment.
So 25 to 40, your focus should be on maximum saving and putting your saving into best investment mode, and your focus should be solely on getting maximum real return on your investment. That should be your focus in that phase of life. And I will urge Tanisha and Shruti, even Niru ma'am, if some risk is required to be taken, you should take the risk even. But that should not be blind risk. It should be calculated risk. So you may take some risk, because what is the reason why you should take risk? Because there are long years to go in your life. You are hardly 25, 30. You have got 30, 35 years to go, as Professor Sir has just mentioned. So you have got a lot of years to go. If something goes wrong with your investment, no problem, let it be. We can rectify our mistake, because you have got years on your side. So in the first phase of life, which is the golden period of your life, kindly try to save as much as you save. Kindly to put your saving into the best investment mode, and your focus should be only and only on getting maximum real return. And Tanisha, I am not again repeating real return. You by now must be knowing what real return is. So this is the first phase of life. You should take your investment decision taking this into account. Now comes the second phase, which in 40 to 55, Tanisha, when you enter into the phase of life, there will be a lot of milestones coming in between in your life. A lot of things will be happening in your life. So in that phase of life, you should continue to focus on real return, but also keep an eye on liquidity aspect of the money. Because in that phase of life, you will need money at different intervals. So don't distracting from real return. You should also keep an eye on your that thing, money, liquidity aspect of the money. Now come the third stage. अब तनिषा जी बोलेंगे सर अभी तो फर्स्ट स्टेज में आए नहीं, आप थर्ड स्टेज की बात कर रहे हैं. मैं सिर्फ आपको समझा रहा हूं. When come the third stage, Shruti, और थिंकिंग ऑटोमेटिकली चेंजेज. प्रोफेसर साहब कह रहे हैं मैं शिक्षिका नहीं हुआ अभी, लेकिन जब 55 के तो शायद हो ही गए हैं, तो बियॉन्ड 55 और थिंकिंग ऑटोमेटिकली चेंजेज. देन माय होल फोकस वुड बी on safety of money which I have accumulated from 25 to 55. That will be my focus, and that should be my focus. I will not go blindly for the return. I may even sacrifice on the return aspect, Tanisha, but I can't sacrifice on the safety aspect of the money. So these different three phases, your risk appetite will be different. Your philosophy of investment return will be different. So kindly take investment decision according to your phase of life and your risk appetite. The second thing which I want to mention here is time horizon of investment. That is very important. When professors are, unfortunately, most of us don't give credence to this aspect of the investment. Typically, what happens normally, when I get money, I get invested simply. I don't think that I will need money not in one go in my life, but at different intervals. So time horizon of investment, Tanisha, is very, very important for by taking investment decision. And to make you understand that thing, if Niru ma'am is there, I will take her name because you are students only. So Niru ma'am, next Sunday, kindly give me 1 hour. And not Niru ma'am, all young professors and like Mr. Singh and all who are earning, kindly give me 1 hour next Sunday. Would you be able to, ma'am? Will you kindly give me 1 hour next Sunday? Don't worry, I'm not coming to your home. I'm just taking 1 hour on next Sunday. Kindly request all your family members to be with you. Request them to be with you. Then have a pen and paper. On the paper, Shruti, you should also understand this aspect. On the paper, you make 3 columns, first column, second column, and third column. In the first column, you just jot down, Niru ma'am, what will be your milestones in your life. Normally, after discussion with a family member. And what are the common milestone, Niru ma'am? If I narrate the common milestone, the first milestone would be marriage. Marriage, Professor Sir, is the first milestone in our life. Then second milestone might be celebrate birth of children celebration. Third milestone might be admission of children in a good public school. Fourth milestone might be purchase of or acquisition of a house for the family, if we have not taken so far. Then purchase of the four-wheeler, if you have not got so far. Then one more milestone is nowadays one of the important things, which at least Professor Sir, it was not in our times. That is going on vacation. Vacation has also become a milestone now. Every family wants to go on vacation, and not only in India but beyond country also. So vacation might be your periodical milestone. Then after some years, your children are grown up. Then Niru ma'am, one of the most important milestone in our life is professional and higher education of our children. That is one of the most important milestone in your life. Then once education is over, then marriage of the children, second milestone. And last milestone, Niru ma'am, since you are in a private institution and you will not be having pension now, and not only now in central government or state government doesn't have a pension concept. So last milestone, Niru ma'am, and that will be very important thing, is retirement life. That is an equal important milestone. How we normally survive, Niru ma'am, in retirement life? Professor Sir, of course, not 60 yet, but he knows it very well, that normally we survive in the retirement life by accumulating some reasonable or good amount, putting it into investment mode, get some regular return, and we survive. This is normal course, sir. It is normally we do like this only. So for retirement also, we have to accumulate huge amount. Kindly mind it. This is very important thing. Tanisha, you may laugh at me, sir. अभी job start नहीं किया, आप retirement की बात कर रहे हैं. मैं सिर्फ आपको समझा रहा हूँ कि ये भी जिंदगी का एक aspect है जो आपको ध्यान में रखना चाहिए. So in the first column, kindly put it down. What are the milestone? And Niru ma'am, I am giving you leverage. Whatever you want, you can add on. If I am forgotten something. In the second column, against each milestone, Niru ma'am, put the period when this milestone is likely to happen in your life. Suppose somebody said that I am not married, but likely to be married after 2 years. Put it 2 years against the marriage. Likewise, 2 year, 3 year, 5 year, 10 year, 15 year, 20 year, 30 year. But keep putting the period in against the milestone. Now, very important thing, Niru ma'am. In the third column, kindly start, again, the estimate only. In the third column, kindly put the money you will need for each milestone. Suppose somebody say that I am not married and I am likely to be married after 2 years. All other marriage expenses will be taken care of by my parents, but at least honeymoon package I have to vouch. वो पैकेज तो मुझे ही खर्च करना पड़ेगा, तो उसके लिए मुझे 5 लाख तो चाहिए ही चाहिए. Okay, no, put it 5 lakhs. But Shruti, it will not be 5 lakhs. Today you are thinking that honeymoon package might be of 5 lakhs, but after 2 years when you actually go for it, it might jump into 5.50 or 5.40 because of inflation. So factor in inflation also. Start putting the money you will need. Two important things I wish to mention, 2-3 milestones, sir. And that is, Niru ma'am, is higher education and professional education of children. Niru ma'am, can you just give me a broad idea how much money a parent will need now for getting an MBA degree for his kids from a good institutions? Niru ma'am, it will be around 20 lakhs, if I am not wrong, for 2-year degree, it will be around 20 lakhs, broadly speaking. Can you imagine what you will require after 25 years when your children get the stage come for their higher education? Today, MBA degree costs around 20 lakhs. Shruti, after 25 years, the same degree will cost not less than 2 crore rupees per child because of inflation. Professor might agree with me. Because of inflation, this is going to be the cost per child. And if you have got 2 child, put it to 4 crore agar the higher education of children. And likewise for your marriage of the children, not less than 1 crore rupees. And last important thing, Niru ma'am, is retirement life. And sir, I need your blessing for retirement life because telling them to retirement life may be tough, but I should try. Shruti, normally we live retirement life by getting some regular income from our corpus, which we have developed for retirement plan. What it should be? What should be the corpus, ideal corpus, sir, for the retirement life? For that, I just give an idea. Suppose someone is of 30 today, Professor, sir, and he said that my monthly expenses are around 30,000. I can manage my affairs with 30,000 a month. The person he is 30 today is going to 60 after 30 years. Can you imagine, Shruti, how much he will need or she will need for her retirement life in the first year, first month itself? He or she is managing with 30,000 today at the age of 30. After 30 years, when he becomes 60, he or she will need not less than 2 lakh rupees per month for the same level of comfort. Mind it, so no extra manja, same level of comfort. Because of inflation, he or she will need not less than 2 lakh rupees per month. And 2 lakh rupees per month, Tanisha, it means around 25 lakhs a year at the age of 60. So how much retirement corpus you should have? A thumb rule is there, and note it down. It should be minimum 20 times of your annual expenses. Minimum, I am telling you. So annual expenses were around 25 lakhs at the age of 60. Multiplied by 20. What it becomes, Tanisha? 5 crore. So you should have minimum 5 crore corpus for the retirement only. And that is minimum. Ideally, it should be 30 times. That is around 7.5 crore to 8 crores. Because, Professor, sir, normally we perceive 5% return on our corpus. So if you have a 5 crore corpus, your return will be around 25 lakhs only. But if you have an 8 crore corpus, then you can withdraw 25 lakhs and the remaining, your money will keep increasing and will beat inflation as well. So ideally, it should be around 7.5 to 8 crore. Now, Tanisha, where Niru ma'am has gone. Niru ma'am, I now just giving a very tough task now. I want you to be scary. एक काम कीजिए, वो जो आखिरी वाला कॉलम का टोटल लगा लीजिए और आपको शायद डर लगेगा। जो आखिरी का टोटल एक नॉर्मल मिडिल क्लास सैलरी आदमी के लिए कम से कम 10-12 करोड़ रुपया केवल माइलस्टोन के लिए चाहिए। जो आदमी आज 30 साल का है, जो भी अर्नर लेडी या जेंट्स आज 30 साल के हैं, उनको करीब 10 से 12 करोड़ रुपया चाहिए अपनी जिंदगी में केवल माइलस्टोन। आई थिंक प्रोफेसर सर विल एग्री विथ मी। तो 10-12 करोड़ केवल आपका अपने माइलस्टोन के लिए चाहिए। मैंने जो नॉर्मल एक्सपेंसेज नहीं जोड़े, आप 30 to 60 के जो मंथली एक्सपेंसेज होंगे। नीरू मैम, फ्रॉम वेयर दैट मनी विल कम? या तो आप केवीसी में जाएं, अमिताभ बच्चन के शो में जाएं और 7 करोड़ जीत के आ जाएं, फिर भी पैसा कम पड़ेगा। लेकिन वो कितने लोग जाएंगे, कितने लोग जीतेंगे, वी नो इट वेरी वेल। So from where that money will come, Tanisha? Yes, it will come. Now I give you confidence. It will 100% come to you, provided you start working right from the day you start earning. Provided you save as much as you can in the first phase of your life. Provided you keep focusing on the getting maximum real return on your life. And provided you follow the rule of compounding, which I will just discuss afterwards. And the chart, Niru ma'am, which we have just prepared, Professor knows it very well. The chart which we have just prepared, it is called financial plan. And I will here request all participants, particularly Niru ma'am, and even students, they should understand. Every family, Professor sir, I strongly feel, must have their family plan, financial plan. Because financial plan will give us purpose and object of saving and investment. It will give a broad idea what money we will need at what time. So kindly have finance, and it is not a rocket science, very simple thing which we have just discussed. Make your financial plan, and once financial plan is there, Tanisha, psychologists say that once you keep a target or object in your life and see that target on daily basis, frame it your financial plan and keep it in a drawing room. Every day you see it, then there will be hammering on in your mind because you have to achieve that target. And most probably, without fail, you will achieve it. So kindly have financial plan. Though So second word, the first word was thinking. To think, we have to think about ourselves, our time horizon, our risk appetite and time horizon of investment. And the second word was understand. Tanisha, we have to understand where we are investing, which product it is, whether the product broadly matches with my risk appetite. If it doesn't, Neeru ma'am, product might be very good, but it doesn't suit me. अगर मुझे 2 साल बाद 5 लाख रुपए चाहिए और ऐसा प्रोडक्ट है जो 5 साल बाद पैसा दे रहा है, बहुत अच्छा प्रोडक्ट है, लेकिन वो मुझे सूट नहीं करेगा क्योंकि मुझे 2 साल बाद पैसा चाहिए. तो प्रोडक्ट शुड ब्रॉडली मैच विथ योर टाइम होराइजन ऑफ इन्वेस्टमेंट एंड एडिशनली प्रोडक्ट शुड आल्सो मैच विथ योर रिस्क एपिटाइट. एक प्रोडक्ट है जिसमें रिस्क बहुत ज्यादा है, रिवार्ड भी बहुत ज्यादा है, लेकिन मैं और प्रोफेसर साहब रिस्क लेना नहीं चाहते, हमारे लिए सूट नहीं करेगा चाहे कितना भी अच्छा प्रोडक्ट हो. ऑन द कॉन्ट्रेरी, अगर नीरू मैम किसी कंजर्वेटिव प्रोडक्ट में जाएंगी वो भी ठीक नहीं होगा क्योंकि नीरू मैम हैज गॉट प्लस एज है +5, so she would definitely like to go for some risk taking products. So you have to understand very carefully the product wherein you are investing. One last thing I'm sharing with you is rule of compounding. और तनिषा इसको लिख लो, अगर रूल ऑफ कंपाउंडिंग तुमने समझ लिया, जिंदगी में सब कुछ समझ लिया इन्वेस्टमेंट के बारे में. Rule of compounding is the 8th wonder of the world, my dear participant, kindly understand it. Neeru ma'am, you also put this in practice. जिसने जिंदगी में रूल ऑफ कंपाउंडिंग समझ लिया, और समझ तो सब जाते हैं हम, जिंदगी में प्रैक्टिस कर ली, आप निश्चित मानिए उसको कम से कम फाइनेंशियल परेशानी. और रूल ऑफ कंपाउंडिंग क्या है, बड़ी साधारण भाषा में बात करता हूं. आपको एक वादा नीरू मैम अपने से करना पड़ेगा, बड़ा छोटा वादा है लेकिन करना पड़ेगा. वो वादा ये है कि जब जब मुझे मेरी रिटर्न या मेरे इन्वेस्टमेंट पे मुझे रिटर्न या इनकम मिलेगी, उसको कभी भी मैं मेरे पर्सनल अफेयर्स में या वेकेशन में या सेलिब्रेशन में खर्च नहीं करूंगी. वो जितना भी मिलता है उसको मैं मेरे रेगुलर इन्वेस्टमेंट के साथ क्लब करके दोबारा इन्वेस्ट कर दूंगी. दिस इज सिंपली स्पीकिंग रूल ऑफ कंपाउंडिंग. एंड रूल ऑफ कंपाउंडिंग, तनिषा, इज 8th वंडर ऑफ द वर्ल्ड. चाहे वो मुझे 10,000 का इनकम मिले, चाहे 10 लाख का इनकम मिले मुझे मेरे इन्वेस्टमेंट पर, कभी भी मैं उसको मेरे पर्सनल अफेयर में खर्च नहीं करूंगी, उसको दोबारा क्लब करके करती रहूं. और अगर हमने ऐसा किया तनिषा, डाउन द लाइन आफ्टर 15-20 years, you will be mesmerized, you will be happily surprised that your return portion has become much greater than your original investment. But that will not happen today, that will not happen tomorrow, Neeru ma'am. It will happen down the line after 15-20 years. So kindly religiously follow rule of compounding in your investment. तो ये जो सारी बातें कि पता नहीं जरूरी थी या नहीं थी, प्रोफेसर साहब पता नहीं क्या कहते हैं इसके बारे में, कि मैंने बच्चों का टाइम बर्बाद तो नहीं किया शायद, लेकिन I personally feel, sir, that these are the basics of investment which students must understand. Because unless and until some clarity about these aspects are there in your mind, you might not be a successful investor. So kindly, जो भी अब डिस्कस किया है हमने सिक्योरिटी के बारे में, प्रॉस्पेरिटी के बारे में, वो अच्छी तरह जिंदगी में फॉलो करने का प्रयास कीजिए. जो आपने लिखा है उस पेपर को फाड़ मत दीजिए. हमारा अच्छा होता है, हमारे इंडियंस की बहुत अच्छी आदत है कि हम बहुत सुनते हैं, बहुत सुनाते हैं, राय भी बहुत देते हैं, लेकिन करते वही जो हम करते आए हैं. लेकिन ये बात अगर बच्चे समझेंगे ज्यादा अच्छी तरह तो मुझे लगता है शायद उनको कोई फायदा होगा. तो अब हम बात करेंगे, छोटा 15 मिनट हम बात करेंगे केवल कि हम कहां कहां इन्वेस्ट कर सकते हैं. व्हाट आर द इन्वेस्टमेंट ऑप्शंस अवेलेबल फॉर ऑल ऑफ अस. बिकॉज नीरू मैम, दैट इज इक्वली इंपॉर्टेंट. बिकॉज what are the options available for us? And the first option available for the middle class, salary class, again I am limiting myself to middle class. Professor sir, I am limiting to myself to middle class, salary class person. The first option available is governmental small saving schemes. Government has got lot of small saving schemes where we can invest. And the first and foremost governmental saving scheme, नीरू मैम अगर आपने नहीं किया है तो मेरी व्यक्तिगत राय आप जरूर उसमें कीजिए, वो है पब्लिक प्रोविडेंट फंड अकाउंट, PPF.
We have it from college.
Thank you, sir.
It's for every employee. We have PPF from college itself.
Great, sir. Great. Because it is a very good scheme.
This is from our college.
It is a triple E scheme, exempt, no tax at any level. minimum amount you can deposit in this scheme. Tanisha, you should also understand, because you should open an account in the first year itself. Minimum amount you can deposit it, Niru ma'am, is 500 rupees. Maximum you can deposit is 1.50 lakhs. 7.10% interest is payable on annual basis. Earlier it used to be half yearly, but now it is on annual basis and it is compounding every year. Two very small things, Niru ma'am, अगर आपका है तो भी दो छोटी छोटी बातें आपको मैं कहना चाहता हूँ PPF के बारे में. If possible, kindly deposit 1.50 lakhs at the beginning of the financial year itself. उसमें आपको पूरे साल का ब्याज मिलेगा. So kindly try to deposit in the month of April itself 1.50 lakhs if possible. If not possible, then whenever you deposit, kindly deposit amount money before 5th of every month. हमेशा 5 तारीख से पहले पैसा डिपॉजिट करवाना है, क्योंकि अगर आपने 5 के बाद पैसा जमा कराया इस स्कीम में तो उस महीने का ब्याज आपको नहीं मिलेगा. छोटी छोटी बातें हैं, लेकिन बाद में इसका बड़ा डिफरेंस आ जाता है ओवरऑल जब हम देखते हैं. तो ये 15 साल की स्कीम है, लेकिन नीरू मैम, इट इज एक्सटेंडेबल बियॉन्ड 15 ईयर आल्सो फॉर ए पीरियड ऑफ 5 year, 5 year and 5 year. And I personally feel that you must not stop this scheme unless and until you need the money. So PPF is a good proposition for the middle class, salary class person. Then after that, National Saving Certificate is there, NSC, reasonably good scheme. Then Kisan Vikas Patra, okay scheme. Then Post Office and bank have got a lot of savings schemes. You can also think of putting some money into those schemes as well. Then नीरू मैम, भारत सरकार की सिक्योरिटीज में भी हम इन्वेस्ट कर सकते हैं. पहले ये बड़ा मुश्किल था प्रोफेसर सर, लेकिन अभी दिसंबर में प्राइम मिनिस्टर ने हैज ओपन्ड ए पोर्टल RBI रिटेल डायरेक्ट. इस पोर्टल पे आप जाके आप लोगों को रजिस्टर करवाइए और छोटा छोटा पैसा आप इनमें इन्वेस्ट अब कर सकते हैं, जो पहले पॉसिबल नहीं था, इतना आसान नहीं था. Then RBI also keep issuing bonds, Niru ma'am, from time to time, tax-free bond and taxable bond, where we can invest. And after that, Government of India has developed a new mechanism of getting loan for the government undertaking, that is called Bharat Bond 1 and Bharat Bond 2. These are also relatively okay scheme where you get reasonable return. All these schemes are under the umbrella of governmental schemes. And one unique thing is there, Dr. Niru ma'am, with regard to all these schemes. कोई रिस्क नहीं है. जो भारत सरकार वादा कर रही है उतना हमें ब्याज भी देगी, रिटर्न भी देगी और हमारा पैसा भी वापस करेगी. दैट इज सोवरेन गारंटी. और मेरा अपना मानना है, आई डोंट नो वेदर प्रोफेसर सर विल एग्री विथ मी और नॉट, a normal middle class, salary class person should invest around 15 to 20% of their total investment into governmental scheme, because they are safer. Of course, no extraordinary return, reasonable return, but with full safety. So 15 to 20% will okay. After all these, after this governmental saving scheme, all other investment options have got risk now. अब ये बात अच्छी तरह समझ लेनी चाहिए सबको. अब सब में रिस्क है, लेकिन उससे पहले one more thing I want to share, Tanisha, with you. Niru ma'am, have you seen some horse race on the TV? एक घोड़ों की दौड़ होती है, कभी टीवी पे आपने देखा हो या कभी फिजिकली भी देखने गए हो कभी. उसका एक गोल्डन रूल है, और उसका गोल्डन रूल ये है तनिषा कि कभी भी अपना सारा पैसा एक घोड़े पर नहीं लगाना चाहिए. Never put all your money on one horse. Why? What it says कि अगर एक घोड़ा हार गया तो आप बुरी तरह, मतलब आपका सारा खत्म हो जाएगा. लेकिन दूसरा भी तरीका है, spread your bet on the different horses. अपने पैसे, ये बात इन्वेस्टमेंट पर भी लागू होती है, अपने इन्वेस्टमेंट को अलग अलग जगह पर लगाइए. डेवलप ए बास्केट ऑफ इन्वेस्टमेंट. इन्वेस्टमेंट के एक बास्केट डेवलप कीजिए जिसमें हर तरह के प्रोडक्ट हो, कुछ गवर्नमेंट के प्रोडक्ट भी हो, कुछ रिस्क वाले भी हो, कुछ रिस्क फ्री भी हो. तो आपका ऑटोमेटिकली बैलेंसिंग हो जाएगा रिस्क का और रिवार्ड का. तो सेकंड जो ऑप्शन जहां अवेलेबल है वो है प्रॉपर्टी या रियल एस्टेट, जहां हम इन्वेस्ट कर सकते हैं. अब मैं तो इसमें एक्सपर्ट हूं नहीं, प्रोफेसर साहब अगर इसमें दखल रखते हैं तो नेक्स्ट टाइम एक सेशन प्रोफेसर साहब आपका लेंगे कि रियल एस्टेट में कैसे इन्वेस्टमेंट करना चाहिए। लेकिन ये इन्वेस्टमेंट का ऑप्शन है, लेकिन एक तो इसमें भी रिस्क है, कितना एप्रिसिएशन होगा कोई पता नहीं है। देन वेदर वी वुड बी एबल टू सेल द प्रॉपर्टी at the time we need money, not certainty. Then maintenance cost sometime is very high as far as property and real estate is concerned. And third and last one is it is illiquid asset, क्योंकि बेचना बहुत आसान नहीं है प्रॉपर्टीज का, तो it is termed as a liquid asset. And lastly, इन्वेस्टमेंट इन प्रॉपर्टी रिक्वायर्ड ह्यूज इन्वेस्टमेंट, बहुत पैसा चाहिए, 50 लाख, 1 करोड़, 2 करोड़, जब भी आप इन्वेस्ट कर सकते हैं। तो रियल एस्टेट एक ऑप्शन है, कितना करना चाहिए मैं आपको कुछ नहीं बोल रहा हूं। उसके बाद में सेकंड ऑप्शन, नीरू में मैं आपकी बात कर रहा हूं। अब एक अगला ऑप्शन जो है जहां हम इन्वेस्ट कर सकते हैं, वो नीरू मैम के चेहरे पर जरूर एक अलग तरह की मुस्कान आ जाएगी, वो है गोल्ड, जहां हम इन्वेस्ट कर सकते हैं। और गोल्ड का नाम आते ही जो हमारे फीमेल मेंबर्स हैं, फीमेल पार्टिसिपेंट्स हैं हमारे परिवारों में, दे हैव गॉट ए फैसिनेशन अबाउट गोल्ड। गोल्ड के बारे में क्या बात करनी, जितना हो जाए उतना ठीक है, जितना ज्यादा हो जाए उतना ठीक है। गोल्ड हैज, प्रोफेसर सर, हैज हिस्टोरिकली बीन एन सेफ्टी वॉल फॉर द मिडिल क्लास सैलरी क्लास पर्सन, हिस्टोरिकली सेंचुरीज टुगेदर। हजारों सालों से हम सोने को एक सेफ्टी वॉल रखते आए हैं हमारे मिडिल क्लास आदमी। और नीरू मैम शायद आपको पता होगा, कभी आपने देखा, अगर सोचा होगा तो, हमने बिटियाओं की शादी में हम गोल्ड देते हैं, क्यों देते हैं, उसके पीछे बहुत गहरी थिंकिंग है। तनिषा, उसमें थिंकिंग ये है कि अगर मेरी बिटिया को कभी फ्यूचर में परेशानी आती है, कोई फाइनेंशियल प्रॉब्लम आती है, तो बिटिया उसको मोर्गेज करके, बिटिया का परिवार उसको मोर्गेज करके या सेल करके एटलीस्ट फाइनेंशियल परिवार से वो परेशानी से दूर आ सकता है। इसलिए गोल्ड हम पहले हिस्टोरिकल, लेकिन अब ऑफ लेट नीरू मैम फिजिकली गोल्ड लेना बड़ा एक कम्बरसम अफेयर हो गया है। या तो आप घर में रखेंगे तो आपको रात को नींद नहीं आएगी, अगर आप लॉकर में रखेंगे तो आपको एनुअल चार्जेस देने पड़ेंगे। इसलिए नया कंसेप्ट आया नीरू मैम, अब गोल्ड को हम डिजिटली फॉर्म में भी रख सकते हैं, मतलब हमारे ब्याह पे और कोई रख रहा है, इसे डिजिटल फॉर्म। और इसके लिए मैं आपको बहुत अच्छी भारत सरकार की योजना बता रहा हूँ नीरू मैम, आप जरूर नोट कर लीजिए। बच्चों के लिए शायद नहीं होगा, लेकिन वो भी अपने पेरेंट्स को जाके जरूर बताएं। ये भारत सरकार की योजना है, बहुत अच्छी योजना है, उसका नाम है सोवरीन गोल्ड बॉन्ड स्कीम। सोवरीन गोल्ड बॉन्ड स्कीम, वेरी गुड स्कीम ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया, वेयर गवर्नमेंट इज गिविंग, एश्योरिंग यू 2 बेनिफिट्स। पहला, आपको 2.5% इंटरेस्ट हाफ ईयरली आपको देंगे, वो हाफ ईयरली एक्रू हो जाएगा आपको। हर 6 महीने में आपको 2.5% इंटरेस्ट मिलेगा जितना पैसा आपने इन्वेस्ट किया है। और दूसरा मैम, जितना प्राइस का बढ़ना होगा वो भी आपको दिया जाएगा। जैसे आज आप इन्वेस्ट करते हैं 50,000 10 ग्राम का सोने का रेट है, और ये स्कीम 8 साल की है। 8 साल बाद मान लीजिए ये सोना 80,000 हो जाता है तनिषा, तो आपको 30,000 रुपए जो डिफरेंस है वो भी दिया जाएगा, प्लस 2.5% इंटरेस्ट भी दिया जाएगा। मिनिमम इसमें आप कर सकते हैं 1 ग्राम सोना, मैक्सिमम 4 ग्राम मैक्सिमम 4 kg कर सकते हैं इंडिविजुअल इंडियंस, रेजिडेंट्स इंडियंस। और इसमें जो आप डिजिटल आपको दिया जाएगा, और इसमें 2 तरह से इन्वेस्ट कर सकते हैं नीरू मैम, ऑनलाइन भी कर सकते हैं, ऑफलाइन भी कर सकते हैं। और ऑनलाइन में गवर्नमेंट आपको 50 रुपए का और एडिशनल डिस्काउंट दे रही है। गवर्नमेंट इज गिविंग यू जस्ट टू एनकरेज ऑनलाइन इन्वेस्टमेंट, गवर्नमेंट विल गिव यू 50% एडिशनल डिस्काउंट ऑन द इन द प्राइस। लेकिन अगर आप ऑनलाइन नहीं कर सकते, अपने बैंक में जाइए, ज्यादातर बैंक ये स्कीम ऑपरेट कर रहे हैं, वहां आप एक इसमें ले सकते हैं। 8 साल की स्कीम है, अगर आपने 8 साल तक कंटिन्यू किया इसमें, तो सर प्रोफेसर सर इसमें टैक्स लाइबिलिटी बहुत कम आएगी, मिनिमम कैपिटल गेन का आपको बेनिफिट हो जाएगा। लेकिन अगर आप 4 साल बाद बेच सकते हैं इसमें, तो थोड़ी टैक्स लाइबिलिटी ज्यादा बनेगी। तो इट डिपेंड्स ऑन यू। तो दूसरा मैंने गोल्ड बताया, और गोल्ड में भी डिजिटल गोल्ड बताया, इसमें सोवरीन गोल्ड बॉन्ड स्कीम है, उसके अलावा म्यूचुअल फंड में भी ETF स्कीम है, एक्सचेंज ट्रेडेड फंड है गोल्ड की स्कीम, वहां भी आप इन्वेस्ट कर सकते हैं। और मेरा अपना मानना है प्रोफेसर सर कि वी शुड इन्वेस्ट अराउंड 5 to 7% ऑफ टोटल इन्वेस्टमेंट इनटू गोल्ड। ऑफ कोर्स वेरी कंजर्वेटिव, बट वी शुड डू इट। लास्ट जो ऑप्शन आता है हमारे पास, वो आता है सिक्योरिटी मार्केट, शेयर बाजार, तनिषा, जहां हम इन्वेस्ट कर सकते हैं। लेकिन शेयर बाजार का नाम सुनते ही पता नहीं नीरू मैम के चेहरे पर क्या भाव आए, मैं देख नहीं पाया। अदरवाइज ये गुड नंबर ऑफ पीपल, अरे नहीं सर ये छोड़िए, सट्टा बाजारी है ये, पता नहीं क्या है ये, कैसे शेयर के प्राइस बढ़ते हैं, कैसे घटते हैं, और ज्यादातर लोग मतलब का परसेप्शन यही है कि शेयर बाजार पता नहीं पड़ता कैसे मार्केट बढ़ता है कैसे घटता है, इसलिए, और पता नहीं बदकिस्मती से नीरू मैम ने किसी के कहने पर लगा दिया होगा, और अगर पैसा कम हो गया होगा तो उन्होंने जिंदगी में कसम खा ली है, तौबा तौबा, अब मैं कभी भी शेयर मार्केट में इन्वेस्ट नहीं करूंगी। ऐसे बहुत से लोग हैं। लेकिन मैं आपको दूसरी बात कहना चाहता हूं तनीषा, आपके लिए और श्रुति के लिए, शायद प्रोफेसर सर मेरे से इत्तेफाक रखेंगे, शेयर मार्केट इज प्योरली नॉलेज बेस्ड मार्केट। Those who don't have knowledge of the market must not enter into the market, at least directly. कभी भी शेयर मार्केट में, जिनको शेयर मार्केट का ज्ञान नहीं है, उनको कभी भी शेयर मार्केट में डायरेक्ट इन्वेस्ट नहीं करना चाहिए। ये मेरी व्यक्तिगत राय है, बाकी आपकी मर्जी है। और कम से कम ये ट्रेडिंग और जॉबर्स जो लोग होते हैं, रोज खरीदते हैं रोज बेचते हैं, ये कभी नहीं करना चाहिए। उसमें बड़ा रिस्क है हमारे जैसे लोगों के लिए। तो शेयर मार्केट में 3 सेगमेंट है नीरू मैम। पहला प्राइमरी मार्केट, दूसरा सेकेंडरी मार्केट, और तीसरा इनडायरेक्ट सेगमेंट है, वो है म्यूचुअल फंड। अगली बार जब नीरू मैम मुझे समय देगी तो एक पूरा सेशन हम अपने बच्चों के लिए हम टेक्निकल सेशन रखेंगे सिक्योरिटी मार्केट के बारे में। मार्केट क्या है, कैसे बनता है, कैसे काम करता है, कौन कौन इसमें स्टेक होल्डर्स हैं, सेबी का रोल क्या है, ऑल वी विल डिस्कस इन नेक्स्ट सेशन ऑन सिक्योरिटी मार्केट ओनली। अभी मैं एक छोटी सी बात करना चाहता हूँ, इनडायरेक्ट वे ऑफ इन्वेस्टिंग सिक्योरिटी मार्केट, दैट इज म्यूचुअल फंड। अब तनीषा, आजकल म्यूचुअल फंड के बारे में हर आदमी जानना जरूर चाहता है, पता नहीं इन्वेस्ट कर रहा है नहीं कर रहा है वो अलग बात है, लेकिन जानना चाहता है। तो म्यूचुअल फंड के बारे में 2-4 छोटी छोटी बातें मैं आपको 5 मिनट में बता देता हूँ, 5-7 मिनट में। सबसे पहली बात तो, म्यूचुअल फंड इज ए प्रपोजिशन नीरू मैम, where we are giving our money to the experts to invest our money for the sole purpose of generating maximum return for us। ये बात समझ लीजिए, ये सोशल सर्विस नहीं है। प्रपोजिशन बड़ी साफ है। अब मैं आपको पैसा दे रहा हूं, और क्यों दे रहा हूं उसके पीछे कारण क्या है नीरू मैम? मुझे मार्केट की इतनी नॉलेज नहीं है, लेकिन एक्सपर्ट्स को मेरे से ज्यादा नॉलेज है। तो चांसेस ज्यादा है, बड़े ब्राइट चांसेस हैं कि उनके डिसीजन मेरे डिसीजन के मुकाबले इन्वेस्टमेंट के अच्छे होंगे, इसलिए मैं उन्हें दे रहा हूं। और भी कई और बातें हैं, लेकिन बेसिक ये है कि मुझे मार्केट की नॉलेज नहीं है, आपको नॉलेज है। लेकिन सर, एक मार्केट के म्यूचुअल फंड के बारे में जनरली लोगों की ये परसेप्शन है जो ठीक नहीं है। म्यूचुअल फंड का मतलब सिक्योरिटी मार्केट। तनीषा, आपका भी ऐसा परसेप्शन है या नहीं है? म्यूचुअल फंड मीन्स सिक्योरिटी मार्केट? नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है नीरू मैम। म्यूचुअल फंड्स आर मच बियॉन्ड सिक्योरिटी मार्केट। इसलिए बोल रहा हूं कि म्यूचुअल फंड में ऐसी स्कीम है जहां आपका पैसा गवर्नमेंट सिक्योरिटीज में लगाया जाएगा। म्यूचुअल फंड में तनीषा ऐसी भी स्कीम है जहां आपका पैसा रियल एस्टेट में लगाया जाएगा। म्यूचुअल फंड में ऐसी भी स्कीम है जहां आपका पैसा गोल्ड में लगाया जाएगा। और म्यूचुअल फंड में ऐसी भी स्कीम है जहां आपका पैसा अंतरराष्ट्रीय कंपनियों में, इंटरनेशनल कॉर्पोरेट्स में लगाया जाएगा। अमेजॉन, गूगल, फेसबुक, ये बड़े, टेस्ला, ये बड़ी बड़ी जो नाम हम सुनते हैं आज, आप दिल्ली में बैठकर अपना पैसा इन कंपनियों में लगा सकते हैं। वो फैसिलिटी भी म्यूचुअल फंड में अवेलेबल है। दैट इज कॉल्ड इंटरनेशनल फंड। लेकिन हाँ, ये फैक्ट है, मेजॉरिटी ऑफ द स्कीम ऑफ द म्यूचुअल फंड्स आर रिलेटेड टू सिक्योरिटी मार्केट ओनली। इट इज ए फैक्ट। अब इसमें 3 कैटेगरीज बड़ी होती है। एक होता है इक्विटी फंड म्यूचुअल फंड में, सिक्योरिटी मार्केट में। पहला होता है इक्विटी फंड, दूसरा होता है डेट फंड, एंड तनीषा तीसरा होता है हाइब्रिड फंड। इक्विटी फंड में, जैसा नाम से आप जानते हैं नीरू मैम, योर मनी विल बी इन्वेस्टेड इनटू द इक्विटी शेयर ऑफ द लिस्टेड कॉर्पोरेट, एंड व्हेन योर मनी इज इन्वेस्टेड इनटू द लिस्टेड कॉर्पोरेट, एंड वी ऑल नो prices of share, Professor sir knows it very well, goes up and down every day. So there is high risk, but there is a probability of getting high return. No guarantee. I am again saying, अगर कोई आपको गारंटी देता है कि म्यूचुअल फंड में या इक्विटी फंड में कोई गारंटेड रिटर्न है, वो आपसे झूठ बोल रहा है। इक्विटी फंड में प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ हाई रिटर्न इज देयर, बट रिस्क ज्यादा है। और ये किसके लिए सूटेबल है तनीषा मैम? तनीषा जी, आपके लिए सूटेबल है, श्रुति के लिए सूटेबल है, नीरू मैम के लिए सूटेबल है, लेकिन मेरे लिए, प्रोफेसर साहब के लिए सूटेबल नहीं है। क्यों? हम इतना रिस्क नहीं ले सकते, पहली बार। दूसरा, ये उनके लिए सूटेबल है दोज हु आर गोइंग टू इन्वेस्ट फॉर लॉन्गर पीरियड, मिनिमम 5 years, बियॉन्ड 5 years। So for equity fund, if you are if you are able to take risk and if you are a long-term investor, then equity fund might be a good bet for you. Second category is debt fund. अब इक्विटी फंड में कई सब कैटेगरीज हैं, अभी टाइम नहीं है, कभी नीरू मैम टाइम देंगी तो एक म्यूचुअल फंड के बारे में अलग से हम एक 2 घंटे का हम प्रोग्राम करेंगे जिसमें डिटेल में हम म्यूचुअल फंड के बारे में ही बात करेंगे। तो उनमें बहुत इक्विटी फंड की कई कैटेगरीज है, large cap, mid cap, small cap, sectoral fund, thematic fund, lot of funds are there, banking and IT sector, lot of other things are, other categories are there. Second category is debt fund. Debt fund में तनीषा क्या होता है, समझ लीजिए इस बात को अच्छी तरह, आपके पैसे को लोन दिया जाता है, इक्विटी शेयर्स में नहीं लगाया जाता है। इक्विटी में आपका पैसा इक्विटी मार्केट में लगेगा, लेकिन डेट फंड में आपका पैसा लोन दिया जाता है, और जब लोन दिया जाता है तो रिलेटिवली रिटर्न कम आता है लेकिन रिस्क भी कम है। तो अगर आप ज्यादा रिस्क लेना नहीं चाहते, आप थोड़े समय के लिए पैसा लगाना चाहते हैं, आप कम रिटर्न पर सेटिस्फाई हैं, तो डेट फंड आपके लिए एक ऑप्शन है। और थर्ड ऑप्शन आता है श्रुति, हाइब्रिड फंड्स। हाइब्रिड फंड्स में आपका कुछ पैसा एक ही स्कीम में, कुछ पैसा इक्विटी में लगाया जाता है और कुछ पैसा डेट में लगाया जाता है। अब इसमें दोनोमतलब फायदे आपको मिल रहे हैं, कुछ पैसा आपका इक्विटी में लगा, रिस्क ज्यादा ले लिया लेकिन रिवार्ड की ज्यादा संभावना है, कुछ पैसा आपका डेट में गया, उसमें आपका मतलब आपको रिवार्ड कम मिला लेकिन आपने अपना रिस्क कवर कर लिया, रिस्क मैनेज कर लिया, रिस्क बैलेंस कर लिया। तो हाइब्रिड फंड भी 2 तरह के होते हैं, कंजर्वेटिव हाइब्रिड फंड जहां ज्यादातर पैसा डेट में लगता है, कम पैसा इक्विटी में जाता है, और दूसरा होता है एग्रेसिव हाइब्रिड फंड, जहां बहुत आपके जो 100 रुपए का जैसे है, आपको 100 में 80 रुपया 75 रुपया जाएगा इक्विटी में और 20% जाएगा डेट में। तो ये आपको डिसाइड करना है कि आप किस तरह में इन्वेस्ट करना चाहते हैं। म्यूचुअल फंड में 2 प्लान होते हैं जिससे हम इन्वेस्ट कर सकते हैं, एक होता है डायरेक्ट प्लान और एक होता है रेगुलर प्लान। तनीषा, डायरेक्ट प्लान में आपको म्यूचुअल फंड की वेबसाइट पे जाना पड़ता है, वहां स्कीम सेलेक्ट करनी पड़ती है और ऑनलाइन आपको सारी इंफॉर्मेशन देनी पड़ती है। एक बार केवाईसी करना पड़ता है अगर आप पहली बार इन्वेस्टर हैं तो, और फिर आप ऑनलाइन ही इन्वेस्टर हो जाते। आजकल केवाईसी भी होता है, तो फिर आप ऑनलाइन इन्वेस्टर हो जाते हैं। तो मैं नीरू मैम, तनीषा और श्रुति से सबसे बोलूंगा कि आप डायरेक्ट प्लान ही ऑप्ट कीजिए। क्यों कीजिए? कि डायरेक्ट प्लान में हमेशा रिटर्न ज्यादा आएगा। दूसरा प्लान है रेगुलर प्लान। इसमें क्या होता है रेगुलर प्लान में कि आपको म्यूचुअल फंड के एजेंट की हेल्प लेनी पड़ती है, वो आएगा आपको समझाएगा, लेकिन उसमें एक बात जरूर ध्यान रखिए नीरू मैम, बड़ी इंपॉर्टेंट बात मैं आपको कह रहा हूं, कभी भी म्यूचुअल फंड के डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर या एजेंट से मत पूछिए कि कौन सी स्कीम में मुझे पैसा लगाऊं, क्योंकि हो सकता है वो आपको गलत राय दे दे, जहां को ज्यादा कमीशन मिल रहा हो वहां आपको सजेस्ट कर दे। इसलिए वो जो टास्क है कभी उसको मत दीजिए। आप स्कीम सिलेक्शन में बड़ा आसान है, हर स्कीम का एक फैक्ट शीट होती है, FACT फैक्ट शीट होती है हर स्कीम की। जब आप खोलेंगे फिर उसको 10 बार पढ़िए, समझिए स्कीम में क्या है, रिस्क कितनी है, कितने लंबे समय के लिए पैसा लगाना है, और समझकर ही पैसा आप बाद में लगाइए। तो रेगुलर प्लान में रिटर्न हमेशा ज्यादा होगा, कम होगा, डायरेक्ट प्लान में ज्यादा होगा। लेकिन आजकल सेबी ने एक नई फैसिलिटी डेवलप की प्रोफेसर सर, कि अगर आप पहले रेगुलर प्लान में स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं, लेकिन 2-3 साल बाद में जब आप कंफर्टेबल हो जाते हैं, यू कैन शिफ्ट फ्रॉम रेगुलर प्लान टू डायरेक्ट प्लान। ये फैसिलिटी भी सेबी अब दे रहा है। तीसरा, जो म्यूचुअल फंड में जो सबसे बड़ी मैजिक या ब्यूटी है वो मैं आपको बताना चाहता हूं, सबको बताना चाहता हूं, और विशेष तौर पर नीरू मैम और यंग पार्टिसिपेंट्स को बताना चाहता हूं। दैट इज कॉल्ड SIP, सिस्टमेटिक इन्वेस्टमेंट प्लान। तनीषा, नाम तो सुना होगा आपने, SIP कुछ भी नहीं है, ये एक रिकरिंग अकाउंट जैसा है जहां हम रेगुलर इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं। इसमें मिनिमम 500 रुपया इन्वेस्ट किया जा सकता है और सारे स्कीम में किया जा सकता है, इक्विटी में भी, हाइब्रिड में भी और डेट में भी। तो इसमें क्या होता है तनीषा, मिनिमम 500 रुपया है, मैक्सिमम कोई लिमिट नहीं है। आप SIP वीकली भी करवा सकते हैं, फोर्टनाइटली करवा सकते हैं, मंथली करवा सकते हैं, क्वार्टरली करवा सकते हैं, हाफ ईयरली भी करवा सकते हैं। ये भी एक फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी आपके पास है। SIP में एक अमाउंट आप फिक्स करते हैं और उसको हर महीना इन्वेस्ट करते हैं किसी स्कीम में। और आजकल टॉपअप फैसिलिटी की भी फैसिलिटी है तनीषा SIP में नीरू मैम, सपोज कीजिए आपने अभी 1000 रुपए की SIP स्टार्ट की, लेकिन आप अभी ऑटोमेटिक लिख के दे सकते हैं कि अगले साल ये 1000 नहीं 1500 हो जाएगा, तो ऑटोमेटिकली टॉप अप फैसिलिटी भी SIP में अवेलेबल है। SIP नीरू मैम, मैं आपको एक बात बता दें, पता नहीं प्रोफेसर साहब मुझसे एग्री करेंगे नहीं करेंगे, SIP मिडिल क्लास सैलरी क्लास पर्सन के लिए मैजिक है। इट इज ए मैजिक फॉर मिडिल क्लास सैलरी क्लास पर्सन। और उसका मैं आपको एक एग्जांपल देना चाहता हूं, मैं एक फैक्ट बताना चाहता हूं, लेकिन फैक्ट्स के साथ मैं उस स्कीम का नाम नहीं बताऊंगा, उस म्यूचुअल फंड कंपनी का नाम नहीं बताऊंगा, बिकॉज दैट विल बी अनफेयर ऑन माय पार्ट, दैट विल बी इनडायरेक्ट मार्केटिंग ऑफ दैट स्कीम और AMC। लेकिन फैक्ट्स मैं आपको बताना चाहता हूं, नीरू मैम आप अच्छी तरह समझिए उसको, तनिषा तुम भी समझिए। एक म्यूचुअल फंड कंपनी ने, AMC ने 1995 में एक इक्विटी फंड स्टार्ट किया। 1995 में, नीरू मैम काइंडली गेट द डेट्स वेरी सीरियसली। और नीरू मैम जैसी स्मार्ट इन्वेस्टर ने, शी स्टार्टेड SIP ऑफ 10,000 एवरी मंथ। हर महीना वो 10,000 रुपया महीना उसमें SIP के द्वारा उस इक्विटी स्कीम में इन्वेस्ट कर रही हैं, राइट फ्रॉम 1991। दोबारा बोल रहा हूं मैं, every month 10,000 investment, Professor sir, from 1995. Can you imagine, Niru ma'am, how much that amount has become today? 9.57 crore. 9.57 crore. Is it not a magic for a normal middle class cell? Of course, 95 to 2020 is a big period. But लेकिन दो बातें इसमें और इंपोर्टेंट है जो आपको सबसे ज्यादा मैं बताना चाहता हूँ SIP में। नीरू मैम, हमेशा मार्केट विल ऑलवेज गो अप एंड डाउन, मार्केट का करेक्टर है ये। आज मार्केट 60 पे है, कल 62 पे जाएगा, परसों फिर 50 पे जा सकता है, और कोई बीमारी आ जाए फिर 30 पे जा सकता है। तो काइंडली अंडरस्टैंड मार्केट का मूवमेंट, मार्केट का कैरेक्टरिस्टिक है। लेकिन नीरू मैम आपको अच्छी तरह ये समझना है, कभी भी हमें अपनी SIP बंद नहीं करनी है। अक्सर ये होता है प्रोफेसर सर कि जब मार्केट ऊपर जाता है लोग SIP चालू कर देते हैं, इन्वेस्टमेंट चालू कर देते हैं, और जब मार्केट नीचे जाता है थोड़ा घाटा होने लगता है, अरे सर हम तो हमें लॉस हो रहा है, इसको बंद कर देते हैं। मैं आपको एक छोटी सी बात लेकिन बहुत महत्वपूर्ण बात बताने जा रहा हूं, तनिषा और श्रुति तुम दोनों को, कभी भी SIP स्टार्ट होने के बाद बंद नहीं करनी है। कम से कम 15-20 साल बाद में जरूरत पड़े तो निकालना ही पैसा आपको, लेकिन कभी भी SIP मार्केट के मूवमेंट पे आपको ध्यान ही नहीं देना है, और बल्कि अगर संभव हो तो SIP बढ़ाते रहना है पीरियडिकली, अगर आपकी इनकम बढ़ने साथ साथ। तो काइंडली कीप इंक्रीजिंग योर SIP। और मैं आजकल बहुत लोगों को जानता हूं नीरू मैम, दोज हु हैव गॉट मोर देन वन SIP, दैट इज टारगेट ओरिएंटेड। वन SIP वेकेशन पे जाने के लिए, एक SIP घर बनाने के लिए, एक SIP बच्चों की शादी के लिए, एंड थर्ड एंड लास्ट SIP फॉर रिटायरमेंट प्लान। तो एक लोगों ने धीरे धीरे मोर देन वन SIP स्टार्ट किया। और मैं आपसे श्रुति और मैं तनिषा तुमसे भी बोलूंगा और सारे स्टूडेंट से बोलूंगा, एक SIP तुम भी एक लार्ज नोट कर लो, लार्ज कैप इक्विटी फंड या इंडेक्स फंड, इसमें एक SIP 500 रुपए महीने की अपने पॉकेट मनी से स्टार्ट कीजिए। अभी ज्यादा नहीं, शायद तुम नहीं कर सकते, तो आउट ऑफ योर पॉकेट मनी स्टार्ट एन SIP इन ए गुड लार्ज कैप फंड और इंडेक्स फंड of 500 rupees and see it for 3-4 years। फिर आपको लगेगा, पता पड़ेगा SIP क्या होती है और इसका मैजिक क्या है। तो काइंडली स्टार्ट एन SIP, and those who are already earning should seriously target their SIP as per their milestones in their life। One more facility available, Professor sir, which might be interested to you in mutual fund, that is SWP. It is opposite of SIP। In SIP, Tanisha, we deposit regularly, Neeru ma'am, but in SWP, which is called systematic withdrawal plan, इसमें क्या करते हैं हम, इसको जो हम पैसा पीरियडिकली विड्रा कर रहे हैं, रेगुलरली विड्रा कर रहे हैं, बेसिकली इट इज मीन फॉर योर रिटायरमेंट लाइफ। एंड सपोज यू हैव अक्यूमुलेटेड वेरी गुड कॉर्पस, नीरू मैम, 5 crore or 7 crore, and you don't have any regular income after retirement, the best option available for you is to write a mail to the mutual fund company where you have corpus. Simply say them, kindly keep transferring this much of amount every month in my bank account on first। अब क्या 1 लाख विड्रा करें, 2 लाख विड्रा करें, यहाँ पे डिपेंड करता है। तो ये वो रिलीजियसली वो अमाउंट आपके अकाउंट में ट्रांसफर कर देंगे 1 तारीख को आपके कॉर्पस से। तो सबसे बड़ा बेनिफिट प्रोफेसर सर ये होगा कि you will not have financial problem at least. जितना पैसा चाहिए मेरे महीने का 2 लाख चाहिए तो 2 लाख मेरे अकाउंट में हर महीने 1 तारीख को आ जाएगा. I will enjoy my life as I was enjoying earlier. And second thing is your corpus with them after transfer that amount will continue to earn return. वो रिटर्न तो वो इन्फ्लेशन बीट करता रहेगा. तो इसलिए SWP एक बेटर प्रपोजिशन है. अब ये बहुत लंबी बात है, मैं अभी टाइम हो गया, मैं बताना नहीं चाहता. आखिरी में 2 बात मंजरू में मैं आपको द्वारा कहना चाहता हूं, और सर आपकी भी ब्लेसिंग चाहता हूं इस लास्ट 2 थिंग्स में. हमारे देश में एक बहुत बड़ी बिजनेस इन आवर कंट्री मंजरू में, दैट इज कॉल्ड पोंजी स्कीम, चिट फंड एंड कमिटीज. लॉट ऑफ पीपल unknowingly or rather with the temptation of getting higher return invest their hard earned money in such bogus schemes. I will tell Shruti, it is bogus schemes. So kindly never invest your hard earned money in such Ponzi scheme, chit fund or committee. And Shruti, आज आप और तनिषा और जितने भी स्टूडेंट आप घर जाएंगे तो पापा मम्मी से जरूर बैठकर बात करेंगे, उन्होंने किसी गलत स्कीम में पैसा तो नहीं लगा रखा है, क्योंकि वो एक बहुत बड़ा मीनियस है हमारी कंट्री में. और नीरू मैम, a broad survey says that more than 10 lakhs crores of rupees have been lost in such bogus schemes, sir. And sir, I want your blessings in the sense that kindly start a campaign through your students in your area. Educate people. क्योंकि अक्सर पैसा इसमें कौन लगाता है नीरू मैम, आप नहीं लगाएंगे मुझे पता है, प्रोफेसर साहब कभी नहीं लगाएंगे. इसमें कौन लगाता है? जो लोग ज्यादा समझदार नहीं है. नोट्स आपका पियोन, आपका ड्राइवर, आपका मेड सर्वेंट, आपका गार्डनर, आपका सिक्योरिटी गार्ड, आपका इलेक्ट्रीशियन, प्लम्बर, ये ज्यादातर लोग पैसे लगा. तो कृपया करके नीरू मैम और प्रोफेसर सर, स्टार्ट ए कैंपेन, ट्राई टू मेक पीपल अवेयर, ट्राई टू एजुकेट देम एज मच एज यू कैन दैट दे शुड नेवर invest their hard-earned money in such Ponzi scheme. If they don't know anything, they simply put their money in bank or post office. At least their money will be safe. This is, kindly start this campaign. This is my, I feel it is your social responsibility. And last thing I want to tell, Neeru ma'am, through you to all the participants. What Neeru ma'am is saying, Tanisha, listen it very carefully. Last sentence. What Neeru ma'am is saying is, prosperity is my right. Every person has got right to be prosper, Professor sir. We might have born into a poor family. It might be an incidental only. But we must not live as poor and we must not die as poor. That is absolutely possible, Neeru ma'am, provided we start working right from the day we start earning. This is my request to all of you. Kindly be prosper. It is your right. Thank you very much. God bless you all.
Nice.
Sir, I want your observation about the session first, then we can take 1 or 2 questions.
My observation is that it was nice session. I had never money source I could not find throughout my life up to 60 years now. And so I had no insecurity also. Insecurity is the person who has money. I don't have money. And I could not find it to source to a lighter note. I could not find it to source until now. Anyway, so far as session is concerned, it was nice. It was good session. I was speaking on lighter note. Don't take it that way.
Thank you.
It was on lighter note. जिसके पास पैसे होगा उसी को परेशानी होगी, कहाँ रखूंगा मैं, हमारे पास ये परेशानी है नहीं. खैर, आपने जो जो एरिया टच किया, टाइम वैल्यू ऑफ मनी आपने बताया, इन्फ्लेशन का इम्पैक्ट बताया, आपने कई अच्छी चीजें बताई. तो इट वाज नाइस सेशन. टू माय माइंड इट वाज अ नाइस सेशन एंड एवरीवन एंजॉयड it. Might have enjoyed it, though I don't know their minds. Everyone might have enjoyed it. From my side, it was good.
Thank you, sir. So Neeru ma'am, we can take 2 or 3 questions from the participant. They can just raise their hand. We will make them unmute and they can directly ask the question.
Yes, sure, sir. The participants can ask their queries now and they can raise their hand. They can directly ask the question to sir. If anybody has any query, you please raise your hand. I think sir has elaborated the concept so nicely that nobody is confused now. Everybody has quite a clear picture. Yes.
Okay, ma'am. Yes, one Utsav Nagpal has some question. Yeah, Mr. Utsav.
A very good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, my dear.
Sir, I want to know that how much amount should be allocated in the international fund if somebody is interested in the international fund, sir.
My dear, ideally speaking, it should be not more than 20% of your total investment in mutual fund. In mutual fund.
Okay.
Because that is a riskier proposition. But still you should enjoy and you should invest not more than 20% of your total exposure in mutual fund in international funds.
Okay, sir. Can you please help me to, categorize on the some parameter what should be considered while investing in the international market, sir?
My dear, the major parameter, as I mentioned in my session, are two only: your risk appetite and your time horizon of investment. And that is specific to individual to individual. So if you are an investor for long period, then you should think of investing into international funds.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my dear. Thank you very much. Any other question? Or Niru ma'am, we can wind it up.
Okay, I think there is no more question. So we are at the end. Now, I would say thank you to everyone. A very starting with this thank you note. Very good evening, one and all present here. I, on behalf of Maharaja Agrasen Institute of Technology, express my sincere thanks to Association of Mutual Funds in India to collaborate with us in conducting this very nice national webinar. I thank our resource person, Sri Suryakant Sharma sir. We are really enlightened with your knowledge and this information you have provided in a very easy way to that how a common man can make his financial planning. I also thankful to our honorable founder chairman sir, our director ma'am for their blessings and those who have given us this opportunity to conduct this national webinar. I would like to thank our HOD sir, Professor Dr. Amit Gupta, for his enthusiastic support every time. A special thanks to Mr. Sabzar Ahmed from Amfi, who has coordinated this event very nicely on behalf of Amfi. I also thanks to the organizing committee to make this event successful. I also thanks to my colleague for their presence and wholehearted support for this event. Last but not the least, I thank to all our students and the participants for their active participation and I can say the patience listening during this session. With these warm words, we move to the end of the national webinar. Thank you, everyone. But at the last,
Ma'am, I just want to say a few words. On my behalf and on behalf of Amfi, I am thankful to you, to your team, for giving me an opportunity to be with you through this platform only. I'm also thankful to Professor Sir, who has been with us right from the beginning. Thank you very much, sir, for sparing time for this. And I'm also thankful to all the participants who have joined this program. And last, but special thanks also goes to Mr. Sabzar Ahmed, without whom it would not have been possible. He has been coordinating with you for quite some time. So thank you, Mr. Sabzar, for coordinating this program. And I would be very happy to have such collaboration for academic activities in future as well, Niru ma'am. We can continue with such activities. We can have a special session on security market. We can have a special session on regulations in financial regulation in India. We can have a session on mutual fund or any other topic you feel I'm capable of. I would be at your disposal, and I would be very happy to be with you physically as well in your institution when this pandemic goes.
Yeah,
so thank you very much.
God
bless you all. God bless you all. Thank you.
Yeah, I request in the last, I request everyone to please switch on your camera for the final shot. Yes, everyone, please switch on your camera. Yes. Thank you,
Th- th-
everyone.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. God
Thank
bless
you.
you all. Thank you, Professor, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
On that, we would like to sign off. Good afternoon to all.